I agree. And you know what's crazy is that everything that you pointed out, like I said, this was very thought out by him. He decided all this. He went through everything basically that he did. He said he took off his pads because, one, he didn't want the logo of the company he played for that was doing him dirty on him. And it sounds like, there's things that I've done in my past life, like we know a guy that when I used to work at WordCraft, he came out with his boss one day and he showed me something, and it was one of those that we had prior talks about what happened.
Yeah.
I showed him up kind of thing in front of his big boss. Like, was it the right thing to do? No. Was I in the right frame of mind at that time? I was a full-time student. I was doing all that. No. And like looking back on it, you always think of other things. Like when you have that 24-hour rule, as some people say, of degress and let it de-escalate, and then you think about it.
Yeah.
You sound a lot more like AB has had 2 to 3 days on it now
to decompress on
that. He sounds a lot more like, hey, this is what I've done, kind of thing. But I mean, the biggest factor is if he does have the receipts, it's gonna get a lot more interesting for it. And it's one of those that if he does, then it comes down to a team probably will be willing to risk it next year because he still is an ungodly talent.
Right. Oh, yeah. And there's one thing I will say, and you can look